Oh, goody. A blue one.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. B. I've got something to show you.
Mr. Mielson, come in. Do, show and tell.
I've been keeping tabs on Mr. Angler.
So, what's our little fish boy up to?
Oh, he wanted to go fish off some island way down the coast called Cayo or something. But, ever diligent of excessive expense, I quickly put a halt to that plan. I made him fish locally, and he has to send us daily footage so that we can keep an eye on him.
You are quite the tiger shark there, Mrs. Mielson.
Ahoy there, mates. As you can obviously see, I'm in the front of the locally renowned Gandy Bridge, and I'm in the midst of a tremendous fish fight. This is some great local action.
I must say, this is quite an exciting display our little fish boy's putting on.
Folks, this fish is huge. It may take us hours to get in, so I would suggest that you just go about your business and come back later to see what we catch. Wes, look over there. You're in the shot. We'll have to do the take again. Sweet mother of pearl, just don't send this take back to Big Boss, okay? Good. Back down, fish. Oh, ahoy there, mates. We're in front of the locally renowned game.
Sometimes the ineptitude of cameraman Wes is a blessing.
Well, if Mr. Angler's not at the Gandy Bridge... Where is he?
Average Angler Adventures is brought to you by Scully's Restaurant and TWTV 47. Thanks for joining us, fishing fans, for yet another exciting Average Angler adventure. This episode, cameraman Wes and I are off on a little camping trip to one of the true gems in our state park system, beautiful Cayo Costa Island. This unique piece of wilderness is situated on the southern side of famous Boca Grande Pass.
So, we headed due south on Highway 75 until we reached the exit for Pine Island. Taking the road east, we traveled through the little picturesque Gulf village of Matlacha. This place is a colorful splash of old Florida charm, beckoning us to stop for a brief visit. The town was definitely pro-fish, so of course, I tried to schmooze with one of the locals for his favorite angling spot. Wes even got caught up in the whole tourist thing with, shall we say, a very inexpensive horseback ride. Back on the road, we headed to our initial destination, which is a ferry that would take us to the island. Finally, we arrived at Tropic Star Cruises.
Okay, this is the first step of our trip to the Cayo Costa Island, and I'm with Sally Topacker. Did I get it? It's close.
It's the Tropic Star, the boat you're going on to today.
Yeah.
And it goes to Cabbage Key and Cayo Costa every day, and has been doing it for about 20 years. Pine Island is all aquatic preserves, Charlotte Harbor and Pine Island Sound and Matlacha Aquatic Preserves. We have 5 national wildlife islands here, all protected lands, and lots of great fishing.
Really, the Tropic Star is a self-contained vacation for somebody wanting to come to this area.
You can do everything right here.
So from this point here, people can come get a kayak or get on the ferry and get out to the islands themselves.
Or they can stay at the cottages.
Sally, let's go back to something that really perked my ears, fishing. You mentioned fishing. How is the fishing around here?
Fantastic. This is the best fishing area in all of Florida.
Well, with all pertinent info laid out, it was time to join the 15 or so other paddlers we would be camping out with on Cayo. First order of business was to load all kayaks on top and all gear inside the ferry. Finally, we were afloat and heading towards what I would hope to be an awesome adventure, with plenty of TV fish to go around. Just hope our captain doesn't sing the whole hour it takes to get there. Arriving at the dock, we went through the unloading procedure in the same breakneck speed as before. Once done, we left our kayaks on the lagoon side and took a ride to the beach side where we would be camping. Also, I heard the fishing is spectacular on the beach, so I would hit that as soon as we got our living quarters livable. Finished. Now, as our first day of sun began its quiet descent, we raced down a truly beautiful, desolate stretch of beach and found our little slice of fishing paradise. The trout were everywhere, in water so rough I would not have expected it. But I think the spotty predators were trying to corral baitfish right up against the turbulent swash. I did well with my jerkbaits, but congrats has to really go out to a fellow paddler named Rabbithead, who was using this gigantic, gaudy topwater.
Look at this. This is like a tree log.
It's my Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's a Christmas tree. All it needs is some lights.
Kidding aside, that lure was deadly on the trout. Oh yeah, and a couple of snook were caught too.
These two, they're killing it. And what am I doing? I'm just twiddling in the surf. I don't know.
Though I wanted a snook of my very own, all I could muster up were a few more trout. But I still had 2 days left on Cayo, and if the fish gods were generous, I'd have my TV fish. Nightfall was soon upon us, and I hit the sack early. Tomorrow, we would kayak fish the lagoon all day, so I needed more than the obligatory 40 winks. Unfortunately, around the middle of the night, I was awakened by some hungry raccoons who were tearing into our garbage. I better try to scare them off or I'll never get back to sleep. Next trip, I think I'll bring food for cameraman Wes too.
Well, folks, it's the first day, our first full day. And as you can see, I'm getting my kayak ready to launch. And after a night of raccoons and snoring, I got about 4 hours sleep, but that's enough to catch a bunch of fish. So hop aboard and let's get going. Well, here I go with a wet bathing suit from the water, not from me.
Spanish ladies, willing to do the ladies of Spain.
Okay, wow. What is this? All right, this guy should be tired. I still haven't seen him yet, so I don't know what we got. This is, oh, it's a mackerel. No, it's a bluefish. So, it's nice. Oh, I can see him real well. Look, there you go. Hey, that's nice, nice. Yeah, that's a nice trout. What's he at? 2 pounds. All right, okay. Yeah. Guess what? Go ahead. Doesn't know yet. He's a nice fat trout. Looks like a little trout. Has a big fight, big attitude. Well, here we go. Get him back in there, into that grassy environment that he loves so much. Whoa! Definitely had an attitude. I think they're into some trout over here, so that's why I'm going to scam in on their territory, because I'm a scammer. Whoa, whoa, another attitude fish. Snook. Yeah, right there. There you go. Uh-oh. Bring him back over here. That's what we were looking for along these mangroves. There you go. Beautiful snook. Right up next to the mangroves there. And he didn't even tap it. He just kind of lazily just swallowed it in. Gonna revive this guy. I'm just gonna grab his mouth. Oh, he doesn't need reviving. He knows when it's time to go. He must have been caught before. Take a look at the size of this mangrove right here. And all the mangroves that go back in there. There's tons of them all the way back into this island. But this is an old mangrove. You don't see trunks like this thick. And what these mangroves do for this island is they stabilize the island. And they provide shelter and a nursery for all the fish to come back up in here. And of course, the bigger fish that you catch. And whoa, something just tapped me down there.
Don't get worked up, my boy. It's only me. Barrier islands are extremely important to our ecosystem, providing a variety of habitats for numerous species of wildlife that live on and around the islands. Ooh. Most scientists agree that barrier islands got their start at the end of the last ice age. 3 cheers for global warming, I'd say. Some of the islands were formed as the glaciers melted and sand deposits built up along the coastline. The melting of the ice forced the sea levels to rise and flooded the areas behind the new beach ridges, creating the start of the barrier islands of today. Beaches, dunes, tidal flats, and mangrove swamps are the 4 main features of the barrier islands. Beaches consist mainly of sand washed up by the actions of the waves. The beach is much like the desert in that it contains very little fresh water and lots of sand. Dunes are formed by sand deposited here by the wind. These plants hold the dune in place naturally and stabilize the area. These marvelous sea oats have a wonderful root system that holds everything in place. Just beyond the dunes, some islands have amazing maritime forests with slash pine and live oak trees. Tidal flats flood daily during the high tides. The mud and sediment are full of anaerobic bacteria and have a tendency to smell rather rotten. The area is teeming with wildlife from microscopic to four-legged. Look at that. The mangrove swamps on the bay side of the island is the fisherman's best friend. The swamps are now legally protected because Florida recognizes that they perform an important service, including providing nursery grounds for young fish, crabs, and shrimp. In addition, hundreds of birds, mammals, reptiles, and amphibians use the mangrove forest to nest, feed, and rear their young. Barrier islands also act as a buffer against tidal surge during a hurricane. This is great for the mainlanders, but the tidal surge can be a bit of a concern for the beach dwellers.
Welcome back, folks. And as you can see, I just got a surprising visit from some gentle manatees. This close encounter made me hunger for more info about the island and its natural residents. All right, I'm here with Brian Andrews of Cayo Costa State Park. Now, some people have all kinds of different pronunciations, but I said it correctly?
Yeah, it's
That
Cayo
time?
Costa, but it has been called La Costa Islands before. So.
All right, Brian, this is the big museum.
Yeah, this is our museum here at Cayo Costa.
How many rooms?
This is just one
That's
room.
it.
That's it. We only have one room here, but we have a lot of nice finds on the island. Now,
This is my favorite turtle that resides in Florida, box turtle. Beautiful shell.
Yes.
Nothing like that. Look at that. I've seen them once or twice in the Tampa Bay area, and it's always neat to come across them.
we have a different array of steaks here. We've got coach whips, which is some of the casings that they shed in the airport when they come out. We have black racers, indigos, rat snakes, just a different array. We only have one venomous snake here, and that's a rattlesnake.
Quick, Brian, no. Oh, it's just a skin.
Yeah, we find a lot of them.
I thought it was going to be Crocodile Dundee for a second. Fishing.
Yeah, we do a lot of fishing.
All right, do you have any secret holes or anything that you can...
No, basically, you know, the whole beach front is excellent. The inside of Pelican Bay from Pine Island Sound, you just got to be there.
Thank you, Brian, for that generalization of the whole place without giving me any specific tips. That's why I was looking for one tip from Brian, but nothing. Oh, yeah, you go, okay, there's Mexico, and in between here and Mexico, you might be able to find some fish. All right, thanks, Brian. Let's carry on.
Well, folks, while I head back to camp for some much-needed chow, why don't you join the fanatic in the Tampa Bay area as he fishes a local barrier island ecosystem with Captain Rob Gorda, an accomplished full-time fishing guide.
All right there, average angler. While you're out messing around on the barrier island, we're actually in the zone in between the barrier islands and the mainland. And I'm here with Captain Rob Gorda. What's the plan today?
We're going to go push pole and try to sight cast redfish. The only time we'll cast is when we see them.
Fantastic. Well, let's get to it.
Let's do it.
You're one of the few people around Tampa Bay area that's actually poling instead of trolling motor. Now, why are you doing that?
Well, I feel it's a more effective way to find fish, especially redfish and snook. You could really sneak up on fish. I feel trolling motors make a lot of noise underwater, and you spook a lot of fish. Look at these fish right here. Look at these. Look how many fish are right here. I mean, there's probably 1,000 redfish in here, fellas.
Unbelievable. Look at the size of that school.
It's going all the way from here, all the way to there. Look, all the way to the point left.
Wow.
Landed it on top of them. They don't like that too much. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Fish on.
That didn't take long.
Not at all. Pulled up to the spot, saw a couple fish tailing, and it turns into a school of about 500.
So many people want to take 2 hours to net all the whitebait they can. Simple little pinfish.
Yeah.
Every single time.
It is just an underrated bait fish. A lot of people just, for some reason, don't think that they work. But every fish eats them just about.
Whenever I redfish, I will always use a pinfish before anything else. A pinfish and a pigfish, they're both great. By pigfish, I mean grunt.
That is a nice Tampa Bay red.
About average size, 11, 12 pounds.
That is pretty. Oh, that's a well oversized.
31, 32 incher.
That is a nice fish.
There he goes.
Beautiful.
Go ahead and cast it. Slightly right, 1 o'clock.
There they are, they're coming right at us. That is just a ball of reds. My pinfish is just about on the edge of them.
Gonna get pulled up there in a second.
There he goes. Look at that, look at that. Come on, come on.
He's got it now, just reel it.
Woo! That's beautiful. I see you're not using the mono on your reels. What do you got on here?
I use Berkeley Fireline. I think, you know, when you're using 10-pound test, and you can get a long, long cast, even compared to 10-pound mono. It's the size of 4-pound test, so you get a nice long cast and sensitivity.
Get a lot more line on there too, huh?
That's right. I don't have to change it every other trip. It'll last a month.
That's important for as many fishing trips as you're doing.
That's right, and I tell you, I put this stuff to the test every single time. Good job. Want me to land them or you got them?
Beautiful redfish. Caught on a pinfish. Oh, there he goes.
Doesn't take long.
Not at all. Coming right at me. I knew he'd go that way.
Look at this, Glenn.
All right, parrot twins. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. I tell you, cannot beat it. Well, I appreciate it there, Captain Rob. Absolutely fantastic day of fishing. Let's go ahead and get these two in.
Oh, yeah.
back at the old campsite, I soon realized the big advantage of camping out with this particular group of paddle fishermen. Okay, what do we got here then? We've got an old-fashioned paella. What is this called?
It's a New Age paella, actually. Got some scallops, shrimp, fish. We put some trout in there, yellow rice, garlic,
whole works.
Butter, the whole works.
This was caught today, the trout, and this will be added to it or as a side dish?
As a side dish.
This is Bill Rogers. I wanted to introduce him. He's the one that set up this whole trip. And I noticed that during the fishing scenarios, Bill would kind of like scoot off by himself to his secret spots for trout. Look at that, delicious. Before the flies get to it. If somebody wanted to get involved or put together a trip like this, what would you suggest they do to get started?
Look at the internet. There's a lot of resources on the internet to, you know, wherever you are in whatever part of the country, you know, you're able to access these paddle fishing sites where people communicate and you can find other people with the same kind of interest.
And on that note, I'd like to say that Eloy is my best friend now because this is delicious.
After our nightly campsite chow and chat, the beach was beckoning me to fish it. And sweet mother of pearl, the fish gods were in a pleasant mood that moonlit night. King Neptune himself visited me in the form of a big snook,
Look at that.
or should I say,
Look at
TV
This
fish.
is a monster. Woo! That is a snook. Beach snook in Cayo Costa. Unreal. Fishing for trout out here, not knowing that this big line sider was right out there waiting for me. Want to get him back in the water, but he's a baby. Look at that.
That snook was my personal best, and I proudly watched it return to its rightful home. The fish gods were truly generous that night. The final morning at Cayo meant the last rush of fish action in a magnificent setting. It also gave Wes and I the opportunity to fish together after he had his breakfast.
There must be thousands of trout out there. They hit as soon as this jig hits the water. They're on it. Look at that. All right, Wes. Folks, that was one fantastic adventure. Cayo Costa Island is a prime example of what I love about Florida. The natural beauty, the wildlife, and of course some hot fish in action. If you would like to plan a trip to the island, contact Tropic Star Ferry Services and the Cayo Costa State Park. Primitive camping is allowed on the island, and there are cabins as well. But one word to the wise: whatever you want to have there, bring it. There are no Walmarts or Krispy Kremes. So till next time, when we load up the old fishing poles and tackle box, happy angling to you.